In the focal point of London stands the Shard, a novel neo-futurist high-rise. The construction is a zenith of 21st century plan. However, it contrasts sharply with what was recently discovered down the road. A structure of a very different kind, one that was nothing like an artifact from the future, was discovered by archaeologists just a few dozen yards away in the ground. This was an old thing. Click that subscribe button to get notified every time we release a new discovery. You don't want to miss the latest and greatest The History Collective content. Let's get started. Because some construction projects were scheduled to take place there, the archaeologists were only working in this particular location. The problem is that, despite the fact that this area is said to be the oldest part of London, building on the land there could result in the loss of some historic treasures forever. As a result, archaeologists ought to take a look at the area before construction begins. The archaeologists for this situation probably been shocked by the sheer magnificence of what they wound up finding. Their disclosure, all things considered, was bright, unpredictable, and inventive, and it was clearly of incredible verifiable significance to how this thing been lying under the nose of Londoners for such a long time without being identified. Antonietta Lurs is employed by the Museum of London Archaeology Mola, which, along with her co-workers, was in charge of carrying out this dig. Lurs is an authority who clearly understands her subject. Because of this, we ought to take her very seriously when she expresses a certain amount of awe in response to this find. When she saw what was discovered underground, students referred to it as a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. We can infer from her expertise that she would not use such rhetoric if she did not intend to. This structure is a unique reminder of a significant period in London's history. The city of London is totally covered with archaeological marvels that look back to hundreds of years past. Innumerable digs have occurred there all through the years, with an entire bundle of interesting curios and designs being brought to the surface. The region's had a long and fascinating life, all things considered. A deep-rooted disclosure in London came in 1988 when archaeologists unearthed the vestiges of a theater. From 1587 to 1960, the Rose, as it was known, was in operation. No three which was solidly inside the lifetime of one especially renowned dramatist. What's more, for reasons unknown, this spot did to be sure perform works by William Shakespeare during the years it was open. The Rose was developed toward the south of the well-known waterway Thames as the third venue of Elizabeth in London. Given its set of experiences, then the structure's a gigantic wellspring of verifiable interest, and that implies it's something excellent that a lot of it may do as the centuries progressed. Archaeologists discovered a lot of information during the site excavation that shed light on how the performances must have felt in Westminster, the location of Britain's Parliament, and another significant discovery made in 2006. Under some stone steps, something amazing was discovered during renovations. The discovery of pieces of the King's Table is significant for anyone interested in English history. But the King's Tables are so significant because of their name. Fundamentally, a decision ruler would find a seat at this table while managing the running of their realm. The food that was served there was, above all else, a powerful representation of the authority of the king or queen. One more image of expert in London is the foundation of MI6, the English Mystery Administration. This impressive structure has been in operation since the middle of the 1990s when it first opened. In 2010, however, archaeologists on the planet, something energizing just feet away, they viewed a construction, and it appears to be as the most seasoned at any point found in London. This design isn't essentially that noteworthy according to its very own preferences. In fact, it is made of wood and is pretty basic. However, when we investigate its age, we begin to comprehend why the discovery was so exciting. It is by all accounts the remaining parts of a structure raised over quite a while back. Uncovering a structure that old is truly strange in England. Consistent with the mystery of MI6, this archaeological site was left hidden for quite a while his works were done. Emerged given the size of the fort, approximately 500 people may have been stationed there, according to experts. However, despite its size, it is believed that the structure was assembled fairly quickly, possibly within a few weeks. This could be on the grounds that it was worked during a time of crisis. The part of other stuff was found littered around the site, which assists us with getting a superior image of what was happening there all that time prior. The Romans' construction tools, such as pickaxes and hammers, as well as evidence of cooking and food storage facilities, provide insight into food preparation methods. Obviously, Rome still had more to offer London than just its military presence. Its people were great at building forts, but they were also good at creating artistic flourishes. Also, this is unmistakably clear to find in the furthest down the line archaeological revelation to emerge from the city at that site close to the shard high-rise. The archaeological community has been blown away by the sheer magnitude of this discovery. After all, it's a fantastic idea to imagine that something so impressive has been buried beneath London for so long. However, there it was, a huge, intricate mosaic. It was the largest one the city had seen in over 50 years. The only reason this mosaic was discovered in the first place was because new office complexes were being built on the site, which will be known as the Liberty of Southern, and because the area had such a significant historical significance. Before construction began, archaeologists from the Museum of London's Mola Archaeology Department investigated the location. Moeller said he would look into the place until summer 2021. The organization said it would collaborate with the local community to keep people informed about what was found at the site. With that in mind, customary updates were presented web-based on show everybody what was happening. The most captivating update came in early 2022, without a doubt. After the stunning mosaic with its floral representations and intricate patterns was discovered by archaeologists. It is thought that this work was written toward the end of the 2nd century, or perhaps at the beginning of the 3rd. That makes its striking shapes and vibrant colors even more impressive. The Antonietta students who were in charge of the project spoke about how it felt to first uncover this mosaic. She explained that this is a once-in-a-lifetime London find, and that working on such a large site where Roman archaeology is largely undisturbed by later activity has been a privilege. Everyone working on the site was ecstatic when the first glimmers of color began to break through the soil. The mosaic had been discovered roughly a month earlier, right under the glare of the shard and close to the famous London Bridge, which doesn't get much more central than that. However, the details of this discovery made headlines in February 2022, with countless major outlets reporting on the story. The mosaic itself is a great example of Roman craftsmanship because it consists of 2 panels, the largest of which depicts large, vivid flowers. Gillows or lines that twist and turn in a particular pattern surround these. Solomon's Knot is yet another impressive design that can be seen on the mosaic. Because David Neal is an expert in the study of mosaics from ancient Rome, this is very much his area of expertise. He believes that the design of the big panels is in line with the work of the Acanthus group, a particular group of mosaic creators who honed his style in a unique way. In contrast, the small panel's similarity to one found in Germany suggests that the London mosaic's creators traveled to the European mainland. In addition to the mosaic itself, the Moeller archaeologists were captivated by the room it was discovered in. They believe that it may have been a triclinium, a Roman term for a fancy dining room. A room like this could have kept love seats to sit down in, as well as profoundly beautifying floors and walls. Given the fabulous perspective on the room and the mosaic, the specialists have hypothesized that the more extensive structure might have been the home of a few prosperous individuals. We hold extremely high status. The people who live here are enjoying life to the fullest. Loris has stated publicly that his description of the mosaic's condition is remarkable. And really, it's not hard to see why the thing looks great even after being underground for close to 1800 years. Even though London's landscape changed dramatically during that time, it still managed to survive. Louise's imagination was really piqued by the mosaic because she is such a history buff. She said that the artifact tells us something about the area's character and the people who lived there. Although it was a diverse area, this finding demonstrates that wealthy people and members of society also resided in buildings and homes there. The developers of the website have also expressed surprise at what they discovered. Henry, a noun who works for the real estate company U+1, is one such individual. She stated in his statement that the history of the Liberty of Southern site is extensive. However, we had no expectation of discovering the scalar significance. Fortunately, only the developers and archaeologists will be able to view the mosaic. At the point when the disclosure was advertised, plans were reported to carry it to the surface for reclamation works. As Noun has pointed out, safeguarding such valuable historical finds is crucial, and it appears that once it is secure, it will be displayed for all to see. She said in her statement, "It's brilliant that we've been able to uncover a beautiful and culturally significant specimen in central London. Now it will be preserved so that future generations can enjoy it." Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a thing.